G'day. Well, this week it's an absolute classic. I was so excited I've fast forwarded it and showing you this week's video, which is all about the massive rock, 384 meters high, and a very spiritual place to be. So in this video I'll be talking about Uluru, also about Kata Tjuta, which is used to be called the Olgas, and 700-year-old tree, which is fairly common in the area, and also some waterfalls and a storm, and let's go. Good morning, top of the morning to you, or should I say locally, Palia, which is an Aboriginal expression which means welcome, hello, warm greetings, just as a positive comment by the Indigenous people. Over my shoulder, yes it is, Uluru, fantastic. Couple of heads up, I got out here at 4:45, too early. The gates don't open, and I'm talking about tour buses, anybody, doesn't open till 5 o'clock, so there's a heads up for you. And yes, it's definitely a bit chilly out here, but it's the time of the year. So yeah, a couple of songs to listen to is It's Raining on the Rock by John Williamson, great theme song to be having in the background, and another one is Solid Rock by Goanna. Now I can't play those for you in the background because that's an infringement on copyright, so just imagine it. Anywho, have a great day and enjoy Uluru. Now I have to say, I'm not sure what I was expecting, but this thing is massive. I really had no idea, and it's hard to describe the scale of it. It's just, I'll tell you what it felt like. It felt like I was driving out in the sea, in an ocean, looking out for a shark, and suddenly a giant whale arrives, and that's exactly how it presented to me. And it really is special. You can talk and you can read the brochures and you can talk amongst each other, and someone say, yeah, I've been out to Uluru. You can hear all those comments, but until you're actually there, it's very hard to have any idea of just how great it is. Anywho, I'll let you enjoy the serenity of this video.
If you turn towards Uluru, you'll be heading towards Mudijulu Waterhole, Kunia Walk, and Uluru Segway Tours. Uluru Segway Tours offers guided Segway tours around the complete 11-kilometre loop of Uluru.
Come on, you noble mind song.
No, I'm not really.
The bloodwood. The bloodwood and the desert oak.
Oh, right,
Yes.
I know that, yeah.
I'm not going to do an impression of Peter Garrett's
Yeah,
dance style.
Now I'm going to walk you through some of the different colours and shades that the Uluru will go through. Keeping in mind this is the sunset, but instead of the sunset sitting behind the sun setting behind the rock, it's actually setting in front of it. So basically what it's working as is like a torch coming in, and as it's doing that, hopefully it'll give you various shades and make it look slightly different. Just before it looked like a real old-fashioned brown leather coat, but sometimes the browns have become very light brown. I'll let you enjoy.
Look, communist rock. I'm a black fella, and I'm gonna sing a song with Scottish fella from long way country.
Woohoo! You're the man. Just thought I'd give you a heads up on the some of the trees out here. Now, these trees are called desert oak, and the difference between these ones, sometimes they're referred to or sort of described as like feather dusters, the little small baby ones, and it takes quite a while for them to grow, but then eventually when they grow, what happens is the root system goes down deep enough to be able to start getting some serious water. I mean, obviously they need water anyway, but the little ones can only burrow down so far, and the further down they go, which is quite some distance, once they go down deep enough, then suddenly the branches start coming out, and that's on the bigger desert oak. Oh, the other thing is, when you see there's a lot of them congregate in an area, that'll also tell you, and it'll also tell the indigenous people, where the water table is. So where there's not a lot, which is just on the other side here, then there's not so much in the water table. Out of respect for the indigenous, and also I'm not exactly sure, I'll maybe have an attempt later on, I'm not going to pronounce the name of this place. I'll just write the name down the bottom. So this is the other rock, the sister rock, the brother rock, the cousin. Very, very impressive. Now, it's about 45 clicks from Uluru, the actual rock itself, and it's quite massive. Some great walks in there, but I won't be doing the walks, but I'm going to see if I can get someone to do the walk for me. Hopefully my microphones are sensitive enough to be able to hear those two waterfalls. I'll just keep quiet for a moment. Yeah, so unfortunately I missed out on my helicopter ride over the rock because this absolutely incredible storm came along, which I filmed a little bit of it. The wind came up and it was like a locomotive, and suddenly the wind was just blowing all these little, what do they call them, those little grass things right across spiniflex across the caravan park, and next minute the rain came in, and after less than 10 minutes, literally, the caravan park was partially flooded. And I got a call, I got a text message saying the helicopter was cancelled because they didn't have windscreen wipers, chortle. But that aside, now at least I get to see the waterfall coming down the rock, which is just such a treat.
So again, this is the most water I've ever seen here in 20 years.
Storm's coming. Here's the rain and the lightning. Hey. That is after 10 minutes rain. At 384 metres high, the rock is definitely one of those things that is well worth seeing. Now I head off today, and actually it really sounds strange, but I'm going to miss it. Certainly it draws you in, and that's a real spiritual sensation when you're there, especially if you're by yourself or even if you're with a friend. But as long as you've got quiet around you, it really is quite special. There's certainly parts of the rock that are more spiritual than others, and just keep in mind there's parts of the rock that you're not allowed, or they don't want you to film. So that's worth keeping in mind as well. But the rock has got my heart. Beautiful place. Well, here it is. I can't guarantee it's 700 years old, but I can be quite sure it's quite old, because as I mentioned earlier on in the video, which the desert oak, the younger ones just look like a feather duster, and as they get older and they penetrate further down into the deep water, they then start to branch out, literally have their branches, and they have their seeds as well, which is quite amazing. Anywho, if you found the video useful, helpful and or entertaining, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, it would be appreciated if you did. And if you think it's worth sharing, that too would be great. Until next time, this is Paul Will Drive, signing off.